Hello Uganda sports lovers, welcome to Nnalubaale Blitz. And if you don't love sports, we are here to make you love sports, because where you were not, we were there. And surely today we have a lot of stuff to tell you about. We have the Gazelles, Rugby Cranes, Cricket Cranes, Boxing Champions League, and the Bulgaria Rally, and a lot of more that we have to tell you. We have swimming news and also something about athletics. I'm your host Gaga, and we are proudly sponsored by Plascon and hosted by Huma Cafe. So stick around for all the gist that we have about sports. Kickstarting the show today, I want to start with the Masaza Cup. Now, the Plascon Uganda-sponsored Masaza Cup continued to deliver thrilling action across all grounds over the weekend, with let go, surprise defeats, and group tables beginning to take shape after match day 3. At Sentema, it took a moment of brilliance from substitute Abbas Muluya Jr. to rescue Chadondo from the jaws of defeat against Bulgaria. The midfielder, introduced in the 65th minute, struck the equalizer to cancel out Henry Wamala's opener. The 1-1 draw means Bulgaria are still searching for their first win this season after 3 straight draws. Meanwhile, Busro finally picked up their first win of the campaign. A dramatic stoppage time header by Michael Ginta sealed a 1-0 victory over Bululi, handing the visitors their first loss. Elsewhere, it was a heartbreak again for Gomba as they suffered a third consecutive defeat, this time 2-1 to Suju. Budu edged Sese 1-0 to take control of the Bulange group with 7 points. Busuju followed closely with 6, while Busuro sits third with 5. Over in Masengere, twin brothers George Isingoma and George Kato starred as Maokota thumped Buguma 3-0. Abdul Razak Takuba added a third to solidify top spot with 7 points. Buwekula also registered their first win, beating Bulemezi 3-0 with a brace from Jimmy Kalema Chiwemedi and strike from Jonathan Luyonde. In Muganzi Raza, Chagwe blanked Maobola 2-0, courtesy of goals from David Mugalu and Marvin Busulwa. Indian Tonde, Kabula and Kochi played out a 2-2 draw. Singo also held Butambala to a goalless draw, their third in a row. Now, moving on to rugby, the Rugby Cranes' hopes of a strong finish in the 2025 Rugby Africa Cup were dashed after a 24-12 defeat to Morocco. The result shocked Uganda out of the contention for 5th place, instead plunging them into a relegation battle against Ivory Coast. The result knocked Uganda out of contention for 5th place, instead plunging them into a relegation battle against Ivory Coast. Meanwhile, Namibia powered past Algeria 21-7 in the semi-final, securing a place in the final alongside Zimbabwe, who edged Kenya 29-23 in a tense encounter. The winner between Namibia and Zimbabwe will automatically book a spot at the next Rugby World Cup. The runner-up will face the top team from Asia, with the victor heading into intercontinental playoff for one last qualification chance. Now, getting into some rally championship news, Ponsiano Rakataka delivered a driving masterclass to win the Bulgaria EMC rally, capping the dramatic weekend of motorsport with a dominant display. In a contest marked by speed, precision and determination, Rakataka held off fierce rival Hassan Alwi, who was debuting his new Ford Fiesta to claim top honors. Veteran Ronald Sebuguzi rounded out the podium in third. The final day was nothing but short of a thriller. Rakataka and Alwi went wheel to wheel in a tense battle, but it was Rakataka's claim under pressure and wealth of experience that proved decisive. Cheers erupted from fans as Rakataka crossed the finish line, his win not only reaffirming his legendary status but also strengthening his chase for the national championship crown. Also earning applause was Duncan Chikankane Moviru, who dazzled spectators with the trademark speed and showmanship. Fun fact, I used to date a rally driver. A little bit into boxing that went down this past weekend, Lugogo Indo Arena was lit with adrenaline and heavy punches on Saturday night as Week 6 of the Uganda Boxing Champions League delivered a spectacular showcase of talent and drama. In front of a charged crowd, Chibuli's own Kenis Ibrahim proved why he's the man to watch. Facing East Coast Derek Lubega in the main event, Kemis delivered a masterclass of calm and calculated boxing. Despite Lubega's resistance and durability, Kenis cruised to a unanimous 5-0 decision, cementing his growing fan base with a performance full of poise and polish. In the elite flyweight, Moses Kimura of Kobap forced a fifth-round stoppage over UPDF's Uma Golola with relentless pressure and sharp punches. In featherweight, Kasim Omurunji of East Coast remained unbeaten after dismantling Regan Musoke, who pursued the crowd with unorthodox slaps rather than punches. In light heavyweight, Richard Kasuja dominated Sadat Kirana 5-0, while KCCA's Samuel Ochen celebrated his win over Hussein Mulo in Diogo Jota style, a tribute to Liverpool's late legend. Middleweight saw Alfred Ojok over Braun BC Cruz past UPDF's Harold Mukuye in a confident 5-0 decision, a win that now places him firmly at the top of the division's standings. But the loudest cheers were reserved for heavyweight showman Aziz Ringo. Backed by a fiery West Nile fan base from Aurora Park, Ringo danced, dazzled and destroyed James Baraka of Lukanga in a dominant 5-0 display. In the women's flyweight clash, Majuma Abori of UPDF avenged her national open loss to Gildat Dezu, winning with emotion and control 5-0. The junior ranks delivered too. Marion Apio shone with a 5-0 win in the 46kg pin, while Vanessa Nagawa stopped Precious Mirembe in round 2 of their junior 63kg contest. With rivalries heating up, the road to the grand finale on December 26th is well underway. Action resumes Saturday 26 July as the nation's top amateur boxers continue chasing glory and belts. Moving on to some basketball, Uganda's women's basketball team, the Gazelles, started their Afrobasket preparations with 2 spirited but narrow defeats in Cairo. The Gazelles fell 87-85 to Egypt on Saturday and 75-65 to Rwanda on Sunday. Against Egypt, the Gazelles showed remarkable fights, clawing back from a 15-point fourth-quarter deficit. Despite the loss, the team's resilience stood out in a game full of lead changes and drama. Melissa Akulu led Uganda with 20 points. Jen Asinde notched a double-double of 16 points and 12 rebounds, while Hope Akelo and Perus Nyamwenge added 17 and 12 points respectively. Uganda's bench chipped in with a solid 33 points, showcasing promising depth. Egypt, eager for revenge after their Zone 5 loss to Uganda earlier this year, held on the lead thanks to 23 points from Miral Ashraf. In the second game against Rwanda, the Gazelles struggled to gain momentum, losing all 4 quarters and eventually falling 75-65. It was a weekend packed with drama, surprises and entertaining basketball games at Lugogo, where teams battled to keep playoff hopes alive. Tipping off Friday action, Summit held their nerve to edge Victoria University Crocs 75-72 in Nete's end-to-end showdown. With playoff hopes hanging in the balance, Peter Cheng and Fataki Nyembo led Summit's charge with 20 and 21 points respectively. Cheng added 10 rebounds for a crucial double-double. The Crocs pushed hard, powered by double-doubles from David Mayom, Chol Nyot and Eric Komagum, but fell short. Summit's 8th win of the second round keeps them firmly in the postseason race, while the Crocs face must-win games ahead to stay in contention. Still on Friday, JT Jaguars stunned defending champions City Oilers with a commanding 65-50 victory, ending the Oilers' 4-game winning streak. Chuma Fadili led the charge with 13 points, including a halftime buzzer beater that stretched the lead to 10. Aaron John Eboyu and Mark Were added 11 points each in a balanced team effort. The Oilers looked flat all night. Only Joseph Chuma cracked the double digits, and Champs never recovered from an early deficit. On Sunday, the only women's fixture saw Magic Stormers overpower Angels 62-50. For the men, Res Life crashed Victoria Crocs 63-46 to boost their playoff chances. Namungo Blazers reminded everyone why they are at the top of the table, dismantling Livingstone 97-48. Damn. With playoff spots tightening and every result mattering more than ever, the race to the finish is heating up in the National Basketball League. Moving on to cricket, the Uganda Cricket Association has ushered in a new era of cricket cranes, naming right-arm pace bowler Juma Miyaji as team captain ahead of the 2025 Pearl of Africa T20 series in Entebbe. Set for July 15th to 27th at Entebbe Cricket Oval, the tournament will feature a single round robin format before knockout eliminators and a grand finale. Uganda will battle top contenders including Kenya, Namibia A, UAE and Nigeria, starting their campaign against arch-rivals Kenya on July 18th. Working alongside head coach Abe Sharma, Miyaji now leads a squad featuring seasoned names like Frank Nsuruga, Robinson Obuya, with hopes of lifting the trophy again. The squad also has new faces like Matthew Msinguzi, Ronald Lutaya, Innocent Mwebaza, Joseph Baguma and Calvin Watua. As the countdown begins, all eyes are on Miyaji and the cricket cranes to deliver another moment of glory for Ugandan cricket. Moving on to athletics, with pride and ambition, Uganda's junior athletics team was flagged off for the 2025 CAA U18 and U20 championships, set for July 16th in Abeokuta, Nigeria. The 26-member squad included 19 athletes, 8 boys and 11 girls, joined by 7 officials led by Uganda Athletics President Dominic Otuchet. The team's recent 29-medal haul in Dar es Salaam raised the bar, and now Nigeria awaits as a test of talent, courage and national spirit. While the athletes compete, Abeokuta will also host the CAA Congress, spotlighting African athletics' future. I want us to get into some swimming news as well. Now, a 6-member Uganda aquatics team was flagged off for the 22nd FINA World Aquatic Championship. The championship is set to take place in Singapore with 2 events: open water races set for July 15th to 20th and pool events from July 27th to August 3rd. The team is under guidance of coach Abel Damulida and captained by Tendo Mukalazi. Swajia Mubiru and Benjamin Lutaya will compete in the open water 5-kilometer race, while Tendo Mukalazi, Chirago Namutebi, Brenda Muzito and Jesse Sengozi will participate in the pool events. Uganda now looks ready to make a splash at the world's biggest aquatics stage. Moving on to Cricket League, Wanderers bowed out of the 2025 Women's T20 League after a dramatic double-header loss to Tornado Bees. Needing just 1 win to reach the semi-finals, Wanderers were first edged in a 10th super over, then clinically outplayed in the rematch. Needing just 1 win to reach the semi-finals, Wanderers were first edged in a 10th super over, then clinically outplayed in the rematch. In Game 1, both teams tied at 89 after 20 overs, forcing a super over where Tornado Bees scored 12 runs. Wanderers couldn't match it. In the second encounter, Tornado Bees tightened the screws, restricting Wanderers to just 73 for 9 before chasing it down with 6 wickets in hand. The 2 victories lifted the Bees to 10 points, snatching the final Group A semi-final spot from under the noses of both Wanderers and Pioneer. Over in Group B, Ginger SS triumphed over Africa Cricket Club twice in dominant wins by 180 runs, surrounding a strong warning ahead of the semi-finals. The final 4 are now set. Sorority City will take on Ginger SS, while Tornado Bees gear up to face Olida. The misery didn't end there for Wanderers. Their men's team was handed a heavy 109-run loss by Ceylon Lions in the men's 50-over league. The Lions posted a 249 for 7, powered by half-centuries from Charles Musemereza and Ham Kayondo. Wanderers' chase never took off as they were bundled out for 140 in 33.4 overs. The Lions posted a 249 for 7, powered by half-centuries from Charles Musemeza and Ham Kayondo. Wanderers' chase never took off as they were bundled out for 140 in 33.4 overs. Perry Wazombe top scored with 32, while Brighton Muganzi claimed 3 wickets for the Lions. It marked Wanderers' 8th loss this season, leaving them stuck in the 7th place despite having played more games than any other side. Meanwhile, the Ceylon Lions joined Kuchi Tigers at the top of the table. In Division 2, Tornado City edged Escape LPS by 3 wickets in the rain-hit match at GM Sugar Oval. Elsewhere, Kuchi Tigers B bagged a 4-wicket derby win at Florida Oval. Last week, we introduced a new segment on the show that we called Blitz Extra Time. Now here, we get to profile some of your favorite celebrities and favorite players in all the different games. Our star of the day is none other than Brian Masaba, the steady hand and fierce heart who led Uganda's cricket cranes to the T20 World Cup. Masaba's journey began on the school pitches of Ndeja Secondary School, where his love for cricket first took root. Back then, he was a promising bowler who could swing the bat when needed, but with time and dedication, he transformed into a true batting all-rounder, the kind every team dreams of. Over the years, Masaba has left his mark across Uganda's top cricket clubs, from Casa Development and Nile Knights to Tornado, Aziz Damani and Wanderers Cricket Club, winning titles and building a legacy. His international debut came in 2011 at Africa T20 against Ghana, a game to remember, where he bagged 2 wickets and gave away just 14 runs in 4 overs. But it was in 2023 that Masaba etched his name in the history of books, leading the cricket cranes to T20 World Cup qualification, stunning OD giants Zimbabwe in the process. And at the global stage in the West Indies, he captained Uganda in Group C, steering the team to a memorable 3-wicket win over Papua New Guinea, Uganda's first ever World Cup victory. Thereafter, Masaba hung up his national team reign, slowly sliding into coaching. Beyond the boundary, Masaba is shaping the future too, currently playing for Rounders and serving as the assistant coach for the Uganda women's national cricket team under former teammate Deus Muhumuza. From schoolboy dreams to global cricketing pride, Brian Masaba is a true champion on and off the pitch. Thank you for sticking around and chilling with me, your host Gaga, where I get to tell you everything that happens in the sports world that goes on here in Uganda. We are proudly sponsored by Plascon and hosted by Huma Cafe and Tinder. And this is Nnalubaale Blitz. So keep it here next time, same place. You know, Nnalubaale Blitz is a place to be. So don't touch the dial.